Welcome. I'm here to share with you about the power of the circle. The circle is a sacred symbol of unity consciousness, of interconnectivity, of wholeness, which is the holiness of being, of coming together as equals in fair respect for all present. Within the circle, it is like the earth, an ecosystem where all the parts are in a concert of interconnectivity. The circle is a powerful way in which we can connect and co-create together something amazing, beautiful, something that is a synergy where the whole is greater than the simple sum of the parts, where each part is essential to the whole of all that is, but is finite and perhaps insignificant on its own, where our aloneness is more when we are together, where our strengths can be highlighted, reinforced, and inspire others into action, where our vulnerabilities are a point of bonding in humanness, in empathy, in care for one another, where we can recognize that we are not all alone in the miserable, difficult, painful, upsetting aspects of our existence, where we can come together and sometimes commiserate and sometimes co-create something better to help us rise up out of our misery and find better and healthier ways forward in concert with each other. It is like the tribal connection. So once upon a time on our planet, when tribes were the way to survive, where people would come together to help protect each other, support each other, nourish each other as hunters and gatherers. And everyone played their part, whether they were out foraging and foraging for survival, gathering in what was needed to nourish and keep the tribe healthy. Also coming together with spiritual leadership and nurturing, caregiving of one another. Everyone playing their part for the whole. And it was easier to survive as a tribe than as a single individual. And still it is the same, though we don't recognize it as easily because we live our isolated lives. And here in COVID-19 times, it's more than ever. So we need the circle more than ever. Of course, we are banned from gathering together in groups. So we can't even attend funerals or weddings or any collective celebrations. We cannot even come together as full families, only partially for whom is in your household. So we have to create circles in other ways, energetically. On Zoom, not our favorite, but still we can be in energetic connection and still form circles in consciousness. I've had the good fortune of holding circles for 30 years in all different places, in America, in Ireland, in Europe. And I've held circles for women, for children, for mixed groups, with the intention for healing, meditation, play, creativity, dance, co-creation, magic, empowerment. So many beautiful intentions held within circles. And the power of intention in a circle is magnified and expands like a ripple effect. So as we gather together like a stone in the water It ripples from our circle to beyond the circle, to our communities, to the others in our other circles beyond that circle, our circles of friends and families and workmates. So it becomes exponential, the effects of the one circle on the greater circles beyond us, into community, into our country, into our world. The power of the circle is infinite as it ripples and expands. And there is a magic and power in the circle. We can look to ancient circles. Here in the Celtic world where I reside, we have the stone circles going back 5,000 years, great megalithic tombs and stone circles. As far as the Orkney Islands in Scotland, where I've been privileged to visit and enjoy these powerful, energetic spaces, sacred spaces, where the circle is representative of the womb, this powerful inner space, sacred space where creation mysteriously and magically happens. And it is the same when we hold circles, that something mysterious and wonderful happens when we come together at a particular point in time and space. I also had the privilege of attending many Native American Indian circles during my childhood in California, where we'd come together for solstices and equinoxes, and we'd hold powerful intentions at these pivotal points in the cycle of nature, in the cycle of light and seasons, where we can invite in and align with new growth in the spring or summer, or we can align with the letting go that we witness in the fall and winter, and the regeneration into new beginnings, new ways forward, new regeneration and creation. These cycles that we honor are powerful, and cycles are circles as well. They are the never-ending beginning, that when one thing dies away, a new one is born and regenerated. It's infinite, the infinite expansion and return of life. And so when we come together in the circle, we are inspired to continue the evolution, the co-creation together. And when we witness in the circle at a particular point in time and space, we see a reflection of ourselves. So as you stand in the circle, like the knights at the round table, all are equal. Everyone is essential to the whole. And even though I serve as the facilitator in hundreds and hundreds and thousands really of circles over my decades of holding this post, I am not better or wiser than anyone else present. I am simply an excellent facilitator to bring out the best in everyone, to highlight everyone's strengths and vulnerabilities so that we can assist each other, reinforce each other, and come together as equals in honor of the equal voice and wisdom in each person present. Because there's all types of intelligence, emotional intelligence, intellectual intelligence, practical intelligence, all sorts of ways to express ourselves, and each person has their own unique special gifts, talents, strengths to offer the circle. And I have the gift of being able to see those and draw them out, whether a person is shy or confident, whether a person knows their strengths or not. I am an active witness and 100% present in the here and now to celebrate and honor what I see. And even if it's a vulnerability, we honor that that is a point of bonding with each other. Humans bond through vulnerability, that we interconnect and help each other with empathy, sympathy, knowing that what we witness in the vulnerability is either an aspect of our own selves that we need to recognize, accept, or an echo of our past selves, that therefore we can have empathy in assisting that person in evolving from vulnerability to strength. That there's always a way. There's always a way forward. And when we're in co-creativity, we can do it together in this synergy where all the parts are important and the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So each person contributes to a greater whole, and that whole is holiness, is something sacred to be upheld, to be honored, to be celebrated. And the magic of the circle is incredible. As a witness of that, I see that each group that comes together is unique like a snowflake. However, it's a sparkly, magical energy that there is resonance in that moment. And why those particular people have come together at that particular point in time and space is a miracle. And that energy plugs into each other and co-creates something more beautiful, more amazing, so that everyone goes away higher and brighter and reinforced to be better than ever, to be a brighter spark of light out there in the world, in the universe. So each person is a unique ray of light. And when we come together, I see themes show up. It could be simple, like everyone present is keen for an adventure. And we reinforce this belief in how we can create more beautiful adventures ahead in our lives. Or maybe everybody present is working on fertility, whether it's for a baby or for a project. And so we reinforce that ability to create an energy of fertility. Or perhaps everybody is feeling upset and vulnerable about something. So we come together in that empathy and support for each other. And we don't feel so alone anymore. And there's an uplifting aspect of such a circle. So there's always a theme, and it's amazing. And everyone comes alive in that moment, in that shared space, the sacred space of the circle. So again and again, the circle is a powerful place to really come alive with life, the circle of life, the infinite circle of life. So I ask you all to create more circles wherever you go, in whatever way, in a grove of trees, outside in nature is a wonderful place, in your home with your families. Create circles where all feel honored and actively present. Circles of love, circles of connection, circles of co-creation. More circles, please. This is a way to empower ourselves in our everyday lives. So powerful to go beyond the hierarchical, linear way of thinking on the planet that has gotten us into destruction and limitation and competition and the rat race of life. That is not about getting from A to Z and beyond. It's not about ladder climbing. These do not bring us contentment. Do not allow us to feel at peace, to be forever in the race, climbing on top of each other's heads to get ahead. Instead, the circle brings us into harmony, into blessings, into miracles, into beautiful ways of being, like the circle of life. This is the encouragement. Create circles wherever you go. Be a spark of light. Be an interconnection, and all will be well. All will be evolutionary. all will regenerate again and again in this cycle of life. So be it. Let's celebrate the circle together. And come along to my circles if you so wish. I still hold them regularly, weekly, and I hold the meditation circles. I've been doing it for years, consistently, every week, same time, same place. Though today it's on Zoom because of COVID-19 times where we're all restricted and limited in the live circles and even discouraged from attending the live circles because of fears of perpetuating illness. But we can still come together energetically in our virtual circles, our etheric circles. The heart goes beyond time and space, the energy of the heart and the energy of our greater consciousness can connect beautifully beyond time, space, distance barriers. So do not let that stop you from the circle and the power of the circle. Thank you for listening.